Hello students, I welcome in the fifth lecture on beta function. In previous lecture we have seen basic rule of the beta function and simple problems, relationship between beta and gamma functions in last 4 lectures. In today's lecture we are going to learn the second form of the beta function. That means integral which we discussed in previous examples, that is integration from 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to m minus 1 dx. Now this integral is represented in the form of sine and cos, that is a trigonometric functions. So that definition or that representation of beta function is second form. Let's move to this. This is a second form of the beta function. 2 times integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 2m minus 1 theta cos raised to 2n minus 1 theta d theta is given by beta of mn. Now this second form can be derived with the definition of beta function by making a substitution. Put x is equal to sine square theta, therefore we get dx as derivative of sine square is 2 times sine theta into derivative of sine theta is cos theta into derivative of theta is theta, d theta. Okay. Now what is the change in limits? X is 0 and 1 here. When x is 0, sine square theta is 0, that is sine theta is equal to 0, no doubt. When x is 1, sine square theta is equal to 1. Okay, that means sine theta is equal to 1. So sine theta is 1 only if theta is pi by 2. So hence our limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, let's come to this. Beta of mn is equal to integration from 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. I'll make a substitution x as sine square theta here and dx by this. So I'm getting integration from 0 to pi by 2, x is replaced by sine square theta bracket raised to m minus 1 1 minus sine square theta bracket raised to n minus 1 and dx is replaced by 2 sine theta cos theta d theta. Now 2 is a constant, I am taking it outside. Integration from 0 to pi by 2. Now look at here, 2 times integration from 0 to pi by 2 is now achieved. Only this part is to be managed. It's very simple. This is sine raised to 2m minus 2 theta. Now by trigonometric identities, 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta bracket raised to n minus 1 into sine theta cos theta d theta. So 2 times integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to, now this is 2m minus 2 and this is sine raised to 1. So 2m minus 2 and there is a sine raised to 1, as base is same we add the powers. So the addition of the power is 2m minus 2. So hence we get 2m minus 1. Here also when I simplify cos square raised to n minus 1, I am getting 2n minus 2 and here one more cos theta, so plus 1. So that gives me cos raised to 2n minus 1. Okay. So beta of mn is equal to this. Okay. Now what I am going to do is, this second form of the beta function can also be represented as integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to p theta cos raised to q theta d theta is equal to 1 by 2 beta of p plus 1 by 2 comma q plus 1 by 2. This representation we are going to use for problem solving. Now it can be derived from here by substituting 2m minus 1 is equal to p and 2n minus 1 is equal to q. By making this substitution we achieve this. Now when I am going to use this, in the first part I'll explain when I observed square root of a square minus x square term or square root of a minus x or a square plus x square or a plus x like terms in my example based on the beta function, I would like to make a substitution like this which convert my problem in the second form of the beta function. So whenever I observe this 4 type of terms, then I would follow the second form of the beta function. In another case, in second case, whenever I have some trigonometric functions in the as an integrand or multiples of the trigonometric functions are involved in the part of integrand, I would like to follow this second form of the beta function. Let's discuss a simple example based on it. Let's come to this example. I have to evaluate from integration from 0 to pi by 4 sine raised to 7 times sine raised to 7 2 theta d theta. See, the multiple of angle is 2 theta. Now to evaluate this integral, I would like to reduce this integral in the form of second form of the beta function. So here I required sine raised to p. Yes, sine raised to p is there, but here only angle is present. Here 2 times angle, and second is limit is from 0 to pi by 2. Here it is 0 to pi by 4. So I need to arrange this limit in this format. Some students are confused that the cos term is not present. Okay, no doubt. If I am writing only sin theta, I can write it as sin theta into 1. The 1 can be replaced by cos raised to 0 theta. Anything raised to 0 is always 1. So this way we can manage cos here. Okay, I will begin with the solution of this problem. I have to manage this angle, double of the angle as a single angle, and the limit from 0 to pi by 4. So I will make a substitution, put 2 theta is equal to t. So therefore d theta is equal to dt upon 2. Now what is change in the limits? The theta is from 0 to pi by 4. Now t. When I substitute theta as 0, t also 0. When I substitute theta as a pi by 4, so 2 times pi by 4 is equal to t. So that gives me pi by 2. So my integral r becomes integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 7 t d theta is replaced by dt upon 2. So I'll take 1 by 2 outside. Integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 7 t dt. Is it okay? Now let's come to this example, this formula now. What is p here? 7. As explained here, what is the q? Q is a 0. Hence my answer is this 1 by 2 as it is. Now this 1 by 2 I will introduce beta of p plus, that is 7 plus 1 by 2 comma 0 plus 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 4 beta times 8 by 2 comma 1 by 2. What is 8 by 2? 4. So this is 1 by 4 beta of 4 comma 1 by 2, which is nothing but 1 by 4 into gamma of 4 gamma of 1 by 2 divided by gamma of 4 plus 1 by 2. So which is nothing but gamma of 4 is 3 factorial, gamma of 1 by 2 is root pi divided by gamma of 9 by 2. Okay. Now on further simplification, I leave this simplification on you. Your answer is you have to simplify. Okay. In next lecture we will discuss problems based on the second form of the beta function.